Today, I will recap an episode of Mashal, Magic and Muscles, which was released in 2023. If you haven't watched this anime, you can easily remember it as a combination of Harry Potter and One Punch Man. The best thing about this anime is the hilarious comedy, eye-catching action scenes, and the awesome battles of an OP character. For those who like fantasy, comedy, and action, this is an anime that you should definitely not miss, and it is also a good anime that you will not regret watching. Before starting the video, please like and subscribe. This channel is a new channel that is just starting, so each of your support is very important to me. I will always present good anime recaps and entertainment content, so don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell notification. The intro is already in, so let's get started. A magical kingdom where magic is used in every part of daily life, there lives a boy named Mash who cannot use magic at all. People who are unable to use magic are considered unnatural beings who should not even exist in this world. Because of that, Mash's adoptive father made him train every single day, hoping that his body would become strong enough to protect him. After finishing his workout, Mash returned home and accidentally smashed the front door while entering. The father was shocked by his son's recklessness. Mash casually explained that he wasn't sure whether he was supposed to push or pull the door. Feeling a little guilty, he tried to fix it, but ended up destroying the door completely instead. Realizing his mistake, Mash apologized to his father. His father simply ignored the broken door and invited Mash to sit down and have some tea with him. While drinking tea, Mash asked why he had to train so hard every day. Deep down, his father knew the answer. In a world where people without magic are treated as outcasts, he wanted Mash to be strong enough to survive. A little later, Mash's father told him that he was going out for a while and warned him not to leave the house. Mash listens to father. Shortly after his father left, he went to town to buy his favorite cream puff. As he walked through the city, he saw people using magic for almost everything. But Mash wasn't interested in any of that. The only thing on his mind was getting his cream puff. Cream puffs actually exist in real life. They are known as choux pastry, a classic French dessert. Later, it became popular in Japan, where it's called choux cream and is sold in almost every bakery. So basically, Mash's favorite cream puff comes from France. Going back to the story. Thinking about the delicious treat made him so excited that he accidentally crushed the coin in his hand. When he finally arrived at the shop, he somehow bent the coin back into shape before handing it to the shopkeeper. Mash's strange behavior left the shop owner completely speechless. At that moment, a strong gust of wind blew through the area, pushing back Mash's hood and revealing his face. The crowd immediately noticed something strange. There wasn't a single magic mark on his face. Everyone started staring at him like he was some kind of alien. Since this was a world ruled by magic, news like that spread insanely fast. Before long, the report had already reached Brad, the head of the local security force. The moment Brad heard about it, he rushed straight to Mash's location. Meanwhile, Mash accidentally bumped into a drunken guard. Being the chill guy he was, Mash immediately apologized, but the drunk guard wasn't having it. Instead, he kept complaining about the stains on his uniform and demanded to know how Mash was going to make up for it. Seeing Mash standing there quietly without saying much only made the guard even more annoyed. Out of nowhere, he slapped Mash's cream puff right out of his hand. Big mistake. The second Mash saw his precious cream puff hit the ground, his mood instantly changed. Without hesitation, he grabbed the guard's shirt and ripped it apart while saying, "If you're worried about stains, then let's get rid of the stain part." The guard froze in shock, then he started screaming about having Mash arrested. And right at that moment, Brad finally arrived. Just as the rumors said, Brad immediately noticed that Mash didn't have a magic mark. Without wasting a second, he tried to arrest him on the spot. But before he could do anything, Regro suddenly appeared at insane speed, grabbed Mash, and took off running. Brad wasn't about to let them escape. Using a tracking spell, he followed their trail all the way back to their house. After returning home, Regro wanted to scold Mash for causing trouble. But the second he looked at Mash's innocent face, he completely lost the will to do it. Instead, he gave Mash a different punishment, more muscle training. At the same time, Regro realized that people had already discovered Mash's existence. He started thinking about moving somewhere far away. Unfortunately, he was already too late. Thanks to Brad's tracking magic, the security force had already found their location. While all of that was happening, Mash casually finished his training in just a few minutes. The workout was so insane that even the animals watching nearby looked completely shocked. After finishing a ridiculous amount of exercise like it was nothing, Mash headed back home, ready to enjoy a nice cup of tea. But the moment he got close to the house, he heard his father's painful screams coming from inside. Brad and his men had already arrived. Brad kept talking trash, saying that people who couldn't use magic were no better than garbage and didn't deserve to exist in this world. Then he demanded Regro reveal Mash's location. When Regro refused, Brad blasted him with a powerful spell. Even then, Regro refused to talk. Growing up, Regro had always been looked down on because he was weak, his family abandoned him, and so did everyone he cared about. At one point, he became so hopeless that he even thought about ending his own life. But everything changed when he found a baby abandoned in the forest. That baby was Mash, a child who had been thrown away simply because he couldn't use magic. From that moment on, Regro decided to protect him no matter what. Back in the present, Regro shouted that he would never betray his son. Hearing that, Brad decided to finish everything right then and there. But before he could move, the front door exploded open. Mash had arrived. Without saying a word, he walked in and immediately knocked one of the guards out with a single punch. The guard whose shirt Mash ripped earlier tried to stop him. Huge mistake. Mash ripped his clothes apart again and slapped him across the face repeatedly for hurting his father. Then Mash turned toward Brad, with a cold look on his face. He said that anyone who touched his family would pay the price. Brad couldn't help but laugh. You can't even use magic. What exactly are you going to do to me? The next second, he unleashed a powerful spell. According to Brad, the attack was strong enough to take down even a dragon. But Mash simply smacked it away with one hand. Everyone froze. Brad couldn't believe what he was seeing. Thinking it was a fluke, he launched an even stronger attack. This time, he was sure Mash wouldn't stop it. But once again, Mash casually swatted it away like it was nothing. The more magic Brad used, the more ridiculous Mash became. Then Mash picked up a magic wand that had fallen nearby. Everyone thought he was finally going to use magic. Nope, instead, he used the wand in the dumbest and most terrifying way possible. With pure physical strength, he launched an absolutely insane attack. The impact was so crazy that Brad instantly dropped to the ground in complete shock. At that point, Brad finally realized something. This guy wasn't normal. Mash then warned everyone that if they pushed things any further, he would crush them all. Seeing his son stand up for him like that made Regro emotional, but Brad wasn't done talking. He explained that even if Mash defeated him, people had already discovered the sooner or later, stronger magic users would come after him. However, there was still one way out. Mash needed to enroll in the prestigious Magic Academy and earn the recognition of society. If he could become someone everyone respected, he and Regro might finally be allowed to live peacefully. Regro immediately opposed the idea. Even talented magic users struggled to enter that academy. How could someone with zero magic survive there? But Mash only had one answer. If it was for his father, he would do it. Hearing those words brought tears to Regro's eyes, and so, wearing a fake magic mark on his face, Mash set off toward the legendary Magic Academy. And that's where episode 1 comes to an end.